Oh, good morning, biscuits. Let's move our bodies. Oh my god, and maybe pick up some Primark shopping. Sorry, biscuits. I had to looked around when I'm each time. Oh, let's greet the day. Let's say it is gonna be fabulous today. I can feel it. Today is gonna be a good day. Full of adventure into our hearts and a little bit of just ridiculous playfulness, I feel like. Yeah. Why take the world so seriously? Why does exploring our hearts have to be so serious? That's what I say. I'm going to do just the world's tiniest little army stretch because, if you still have young kids that pile on top of you and need you to hold them while they're napping or tuck them in and get them to sleep and they crawl on top of your pillow, you know that your arms and shoulders and neck always needs an adjustment. Truly, I need to find a good chiropractor because, was that my foot or the floorboard? I can't decide if that sound, no, it's the floorboard. Was my ankle creaking when I twisted it or the floorboards? The floorboards in here are very old. Oh wow. Oof. My whole body says, stretch, woman. Take a Pilates class. I think that's going on my goal list. That feels so good. Maybe start Pilates and weightlifting. I know, you're thinking, God, Rose, you've become one of those people. But honestly, I was a lot happier a couple years ago when I did regular gym workouts. And I just did American gym standard workouts. But I just feel like my body was so much happier. I'm going to get back into that. Find a way. Ooh. Oh, that feels so much nicer. Oh, it is never a bad time of day to just do a little stretching. Realign your back a little bit. Oh, literally. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm doing this like hip rotation thing, and it just helps kind of pop my hips and my spine. It just helps it align. And then this is one of the things that I actually had a physical therapist give me tips on. And I've been doing a lot of strengthening of here. Like last summer, before I got these different movements, and I don't know if I could have stood on one leg and done them because those areas had weakened so much. My neighbor just drove by. It's what it is. My neighbors know I'm crazy because they see me filming random things. It just really helps with flexibility, strength training, and now I'm moving up to weights, which is exciting. Oh. Stretch up. Release your shoulders. Release all that tension in your neck. Isn't that? Let's get the day started. I have some chapter writing to do for my book. I'll get it done. I am at the phase where I'm writing all the scenes that are the hardest to write, and so it's the most difficult. But let's get it done.
kiss her. I love you.
I love you.
Maybe a kiss.
Oh, you're very dirty though.
Oh yeah,
I should dab you up. Let me dab you up with a little wet washcloth.
Okay.
Deal? Okay. Romanticizing your life. Taking tiny sections of your day and making them beautiful and luscious and decadent in ways that are actually approachable and doable in your life, right? And I've been taking a lot of inspiration from our time in the UK, which is part of the motivation for this. I wanted to get inspired for how to romanticize my everyday life, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, because I always have all of my gifts and obligations and joys that I am committed to doing every day, no matter what. So I can kind of feel almost impossible then to know what it really means to romanticize our lives. It's not an easy thing to do. Like, people talk about this, and I think that everyone spends a lot of time scrolling on the socials, hearing slogans, seeing hashtags, although I guess hashtags are really out, but seeing slogans and the now written hashtags, and they don't really put thought into past just that moment. How do you actually apply it in your life? How do you actually make things joyful and romantic in your life? For me, because I am a hopeless artist, I've given up trying to resist the call of being an artist. Like, I just know that's kind of my life. I am not a finance bro. I am not a research professor. I will never be a chemist. Alas, art is what God called me with. And it's not always the easiest life, but it is a life that teaches you how to romanticize things. And for me, that has been knowing that I need to be inspired. And that can mean different things for us, for how we define inspired. But I have to find ways in my year to fill up my inspiration pitcher so that I can then pour that into the different cups of my life and really fill everything up with the romance and love and abundance that I have spent so much time manifesting, that I've written books about on manifesting. I even have a coloring book for adults for manifesting. You color in a page a day or a page a week. Maybe you're like me and you go really slow because you have kids that are pulling on your arms at all times. And slowly but surely you're putting that energy into your life. You are rewiring your neurons to look at what you're manifesting by coloring in the pages, right? What our hand does, our mind remembers. What our mind remembers is what we think about constantly. That's the energy we're putting out in the world. But when I am manifesting abundance and joy and romance in my life, a romantic view of the world, an old-fashioned romantic view, what really helps that, very much so for me, is to feel inspired. And that can be going to a new place, trying new foods. It can be getting out in nature and experiencing something different. But every once in a while, you just kind of have to reset things. And I sort of knew that the end of this year was going to be a reset, trying new things. Like last year, slowed down, took it easy. Well, not didn't take it easy. I was working constantly, but I was trying to slow down how I was scheduling out my life and make it into something that I could actually envision enjoying and loving more. And now this year, I'm ready for that inspiration because my heart is in a good place. My nervous system feels really rejuvenated. I'm ready for inspiration. And for me, that is how I'm inspiring making a life of romance. You know, it can be simple, it can be small. A big thing I like to do is home DIY projects. So I'm getting a lot of inspiration from this area of things that I can do because I love to be inspired. It is just a delight to me to look at the world and see how gorgeous and wonderful it is. I love sunny, chilly days. There's just something so beautiful and romantic about them. What a beautiful afternoon we've had together. I've really enjoyed getting to kind of bring you along in my quest for romanticizing. It's nice to share it, you know. That's a lot of the times when I'm sharing a lot of my things, you know, I'm talking on Patreon, and I like to kind of share too on YouTube and pop on and tell you where I'm at, because I hope that it gives you that little inspiration. I know sometimes I need a little of that sprinkle of somebody else's take on the world to figure out what's going to bring me the most joy. And sometimes I get too in my own head, and I just need to be playful and hear other people's perspectives. So that's why I come on here and share. I will see you in the next vlog. Don't forget to check out Patreon and see the amazing content we're doing this month. Oh, I love sharing on there. I love having a little safe space in the world where I just get to share my kind of most ridiculous side. I think that's the most fun. Okay, biscuits. I'll see you in the next video.